All right, let's do an example here. Okay, so a couple of examples right here. So this is the first example. We've got these two functions here. We're going to graph them. Now, the first thing that I notice is this is an absolute value. So what I would do is let's graph the basic parent function, right? Absolute value of x. And let's just plot three of the points, right? So we know one of the points is at 0, 0, right? So when x is 0, or excuse me, let's just, this is f of x equal to the absolute value of x. So when x is 0, y is 0. When x is 1, y is 1. So let's just plot a point here and here. All right? And then when x is negative 1, y is 1. Okay, so we got 3 points, right? So we've got 1, 1, 0, 0, and negative 1, 1. Now, I want to graph g of x. All I have to do is see what happens to these 3 points, and then I can trace or sketch the graph of g of x. So g of x is the absolute value of x minus 3. So in other words, it's taking f of x and subtracting 3. So what we're doing is it's outside the function, which means if we subtract a real number outside the parent function, it's moving downward. So g of x is going to be f of x, but shifted 3 units down. That means this is going to go down to 3 units, to negative 3, right? This is going to shift down 3 units, so this is going to go to negative 2. Right? And then this is going to shift down 3 units, which is also going to go to negative 2. So this is going to go to what? It's going to be 1 positive, or 1 comma negative 2. The vertex shifted down to 0 comma negative 3. And this other point shifted downward to negative 1 comma negative 2. And so now if I connect these, I get g of x. So here's the graph of g of x. So this was f of x, and this is g of x. All right, not bad. Now what about this one? Now here we have a cubic function, so let's graph the basic cubic function. So the basic cubic function does something like this. So let's first of all, let's do f of x equal to x cubed. And let's get let's get 3 points, right? So when x is 0, y is 0. So we know it goes through the origin. Let's get some points here. Okay, so in f of x, when x is 0, y is 0. When x is 1, y is 1. When x is negative 1, y is negative 1. When x is 2, y is 8. So that's going to be way up here. So let's just do something like that, because that's going to be off our graph. And then when x is negative 2, f of x is going to be negative 8. So it's going to be do something like that. Okay? Now, let's look at h of x. h of x is f of x plus 2. So this is going to be a vertical shift upward 2 units. That means each one of our points that we plotted will also be shifted up 2 units. So that means this point is going to go from 1 to 3. Okay. This point here is going to go from 0 to 2. And this point is going to go from -1 to 1. And so now all we're going to do is sketch the graph like so. Now, of course, my drawing's not perfect, but you get the idea. And that's all you're really wanting to do, is sketch the graph so you can see the transformation, or the translation in this case. So here's our original f of x function, and here's our h of x, the transformed graph. All right, have a great day.